I have a Dyson. I bought her 14 years ago when I bought my house because I thought she would make a great investment. She was almost $600, which was a lot of money back then. And well, let's be honest, $600 is still a lot of money for a vacuum cleaner. I justified the offset of the cost with the facts that it didn't need bags, it used no belts, and it had washable filters. In my mind, that meant I only had to spend money once. And if I'm being truly honest, Dyson was all the rage at the time. I would say it was a worthy investment. About 5 or 6 years ago, I noticed she wasn't sucking as well as she had when I first bought her. I jumped on YouTube and I found a guy who explained how the Cyclones can get clogged, and it's usually due to the rubber seals not being properly intact. I followed along to his video. I had to take everything apart. I needed a special tool and it was very time consuming. After completing the process of doing what was needed to get to the Cyclone holes, I realized there was a better way. In that moment, I vowed that if I ever had to clean the Cyclone holes again, that I would make a video and share my little tip. Instead of disassembling everything, all you need is one of those little drain cleaners. And not just any drain cleaner, the one that's on the thin wire that has a little Velcro tip at the end. However, I did make a simple little mistake that made this process a bit more difficult. I had only intended on just cleaning out the vacuum this day. I wasn't thinking about the Cyclone hole, so I had gone ahead already and rinsed out the inside. All of the fur and what was once dirt but now mud made it much more difficult for me to get the little Velcro down in there, twist it around and pull it out. Just don't do what I did. Rinse out after you've cleaned the Cyclones. Then while I had everything apart, I checked the filter to see if it needed to be cleaned. And while I was at it, I went ahead and I checked all of the rubber seals. I made sure there was no rot or any crumbs stuck in the crevices, and then I put her back together. The next issue at hand, I had a crack in the hose again. This is something that is totally worth fixing on your own, because to replace the whole hose is around $50. And that's before you add in the labor cost. So the last time I did this, I felt it was necessary for some reason to Gorilla Glue it and then reinforce with duct tape. I probably had it in my mind that it would be a permanent fix and I would never have to do it again, but I was wrong. And here you can see where it ripped. First, I need to cut the wire, and I'm not using the proper tool, but I just put a little crease in it and then just bent it back and forth until it snapped off. And this is what it looks like after you remove the part you cut and twist it back on. It's very secure and tight, so I'm not going to use adhesive this time. I'm sure at some point it will need to be done again, and I just want to be able to easily take it off and put it back on. I have attached a soft rubber part that protects the hose and the hard plastic part where the attachments and poles go into. And that's it. It took me all of about maybe an hour to do this. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe or like if you got some sort of enjoyment or information that you wouldn't have known otherwise. I hope to see you next time.